top stories. Prime Minister Harris offers sympathies on passing of Sir Lester Byrd. Training underway for fire department supervisors. And Deputy Prime Minister commends SKN Olympic athletes. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Without limits, happy and free. The skin you're in with no apology. The one to seize the day. Grab an LLB. Live, love, be. With LLB. Live, love, be. Live, love, be. Be who you know you can be. Grab an LLB. Live, love, be. Angostura, lemon, lime and bitters. Live, love, be.
In your formative years, we were there. When you got the good news and the bad, we were right there with you. Through all your great adventures, we were always right by your side. Now that life has thrown us a curveball, we are still here. And as we navigate this difficult period, the SKCCU will continue to be there for you and your family to help you through. We will assist you in safely and efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you.
We're still here.
We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. I'm Carla Byrd. On Monday, Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris extended condolences to the family and government and people of Antigua and Barbuda on the passing of its second Prime Minister, Sir Lester Byrd. The national icon passed away in the early hours of Monday, August 9th. He was 83 years of age. In a letter of condolence to the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Honorable Gaston Brown, Prime Minister Harris said, quote, "As the second Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Sir Lester was instrumental in modernizing the country and establishing the foundation for its democratic prosperity." Dr. Harris continued, quote, "Throughout the region and internationally, Sir Lester was regarded as a visionary, and he remained a true statesman in service to his people his entire life. His sterling contribution to Antigua and Barbuda and the Caribbean community is etched in the annals of history, and his presence and voice will be sorely missed." The Prime Minister ended by saying that he joins with the government and people of Antigua and Barbuda in mourning a great son of the soil and a fitting national hero. A state funeral is planned for the late Sir Lester Byrd. Supervisors and managers within the fire and rescue services are sharpening their skills during an ongoing training and development supervisory workshop. The sessions began with an opening ceremony at police headquarters on Monday morning and runs until the 13th of August. Delivering brief remarks, Deputy Fire Chief Garfield Hodge explained the importance of this type of training for supervisors and managers.
Proper management and leadership training teaches more vital skills that are needed to keep our officers motivated, productive, and committed to our organization. A manager who knows how to properly communicate, direction, and delegate helps subordinates to be more productive with less need for overbearing micromanagement.
Chief Fire Officer Everett O'Garo said the role of middle managers and supervisors is critical in organizations such as the fire department.
The efficient and effective execution of your duties in your specific functional areas lends to a great deal in the achievement of our organizational goals and objectives. The training you would embark on over the next couple of days will no doubt equip you with the necessary skills to help in your personal development as middle managers and supervisors.
Areas to be covered will include conflict resolution, communication, decision-making, and organizational awareness. The sessions will be facilitated by professional development trainer Eartha Cassius. Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Sean Richards has commended 2 athletes from St. Kitts and Nevis for their outstanding representation at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Team St. Kitts and Nevis, made up of Olympian Jason Rogers and NACAC Games 2021 silver medalist Amaya Clark, arrived in Tokyo, Japan on July 19th. Clark and Rogers competed in the women's and men's 100-meter events respectively during the period July 30th to August 1st. During a recent sitting of the Federal Parliament, Minister Richards congratulated the 2 on their performance at the Games.
I take the opportunity to congratulate and to commend 2 young persons from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, Amaya Clark and Jason Rogers, who participated in the 2020 Olympic Games being held in Tokyo, Japan. Both individuals, Mr. Speaker, did an excellent job in their respective races that they competed in. We are indeed proud of them, Mr. Speaker, proud of the fact that we were able to have 2 young persons represent us on the world stage and competing amongst the best.
Rogers qualified for the 100-meter semifinals with a time of 10.21 seconds. He participated in the men's 100-meter semifinals with a time of 10.12 seconds. He ran a personal best of 10.01 seconds in April of this year to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Ms. Clark earned a spot in the top 3 for the female 100-meter preliminaries, where she moved on to the following round of heats with a time of 11.67 seconds. The virtual series Leadership Matters with Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris resumes this Tuesday, August 10th at 8 p.m. with a continued focus on the reopening of the economy. According to information from the Office of the Prime Minister, Dr. Harris will be joined by Medical Chief of Staff at the Joseph N. France General Hospital, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson, and Superintendent of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Cromwell Henry. The general public is encouraged to tune in as Prime Minister Harris and his guests continue to discuss the phased reopening of the Federation's economy. Leadership Matters simulcast on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM and other radio stations. It is also streamed live on social media platforms, including ZIZ's and SKNIS's Facebook page and YouTube channel. After the break, Minister Grant pays tribute to Robert Stanley Kelly and Virtual Fitness Fest Week being held this week. Stay with us.
Your safety and convenience are most important to us at Flow. That's why we provide many ways for you to keep your account connected, which now includes FastPay, the new convenient payment option on our website. No registration required. Or download the MyFlow app to pay anytime from anywhere on your smartphone or tablet. If you wish to pay your bill in person, feel free to visit any of our fully sanitized branches. Flow is committed to helping you stay connected. Let's do this together.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
look like the dude who was shopping at Furniture and Appliances. See, my friend, you look like you buy something from the Ashley Home Store.
How you know?
Because we get the cashback coupons and the free groceries for a year.
Cashback is back at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture. Shop now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year.
Welcome back. Minister of Tourism Honorable Lindsay Grant has paid tribute to Robert Stanley Kelly, who passed away on Friday. Describing Kelly as a faithful and devoted son of St. Kitts, Minister Grant in a statement said the ministry was saddened to hear of Kelly's passing. He further noted that Robert opened the newly created Sales and Marketing Office for the St. Kitts Ministry of Tourism in New York City. For 22 years, he served as the Director of Sales and Marketing, promoting his homeland to direct and indirect consumers throughout the U.S. Robert's leadership and keen foresight paved the way for the U.S. to become St. Kitts' largest source market. Robert was born in Bastyr and began his professional career as a teacher at Bastyr Junior High School. He worked as the news director at ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation and later held editorial positions working with the BBC, Caribbean News Agency, and the Associated Press. Upon retiring from the Ministry of Tourism, he taught at Monroe College in New York for 2 years. The statement ended by saying Robert will be remembered for his kindness, generosity of spirit, warm smile for all he met, and for his love of country. On behalf of the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis, I wish to extend our deepest condolences to his wife, Sandra, and his entire family. May he rest in peace. Week 2 of the SKN Moves 7-week campaign is being held virtually this week. The Ministry of Health, in celebrating the second year of SKN Moves, is doing so with a virtual fitness fest all week. In an interview with ZIZ News prior to the launch of the campaign, Non-Communicable Disease Program Coordinator Dr. Marissa Catty gave details of the activities planned.
Our second event is our virtual fitness fest. So every day from Sunday 8th August to Friday 14th at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. we will be featuring a number of exercise videos that persons will be able to partake in. These videos will be aired on the SKN Moves YouTube channel as well as Channel 95 and the Health Promotion Unit Facebook page. Persons are encouraged to participate in these exercise videos and get moving. And then finally, we have our 5-day step challenge. During this step challenge, we'll be encouraging persons to download the World Walking app and join us for a walk of the Caribbean islands from Trinidad all the way up to Antigua.
The virtual fest is being held alongside the Ready, Set, Sweat Workout Weekly Challenge, where each day 5 reps are added to the daily exercise activity. Persons can register for the Ready, Set, Sweat Challenge to win prizes. And finally, on the local scene, the Blue Marlin Swim Academy received a boost in the form of the installation of open water floating pool at the Byrd Beach. In an interview with ZIZ News, director and founder of the academy, Eldon Thomas, explained that it is the first one to ever be installed in St. Kitts. One was previously installed in Nevis. He said this initiative came about to help students hone their skills in an effort to prepare them to compete internationally.
And this is the first one in St. Kitts, is the open water floating pool. What happened is that we always wanted to, our children to, as they learn to swim, they start developing the skill of the turns, meeting the time requirements for the different skill set. And so since we don't have an indoor pool, we have decided to create a pool on the surface.
Thomas also spoke about the features of the floating pool and how it will be used by the students.
It will have 4 lanes. The students will be able to swim. It's a 25-meter pool. They'll be able to make 50 meters because 25 meters is not really recognized in the Olympics. So they'll be able to meet 50 meters. They're going to be on the clock. They're going to be swimming by time. And they'll be learning the tumble turns, and they'll be also learning the proper dives to start their swim techniques.
He said the project is more than halfway complete. However, more lanes and flags are to be installed.
So we also have a few more flags to put up. The backstroke flag, because it's a backstroke, the children can look from left to right. So there's a flag that cover over the pool. So when they see the flag, they will know they're almost approaching the end point. Just a few more strokes. So that will be installed, a few more lanes, some flags, the FINA flags, and the Swim Federation flag. Those things are to be installed, and so basically we're halfway, almost, more than halfway through completion of preparing that.
Okay. Thomas said an official ceremony will be held on Thursday, August 19th, to launch the opening of the second open water floating pool in the Federation. It will be held at Byrd Beach. Coming up in regional news, law enforcers use tear gas to disperse protesters in Antigua. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Yo! You look like the dude who was shopping at Furniture and Appliances. See, my friend, you look like you buy something from the Ashley Home Store. How you know? Because we get the cashback coupons and the free groceries for a year!
Cashback is back at Horsford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture. Shop now and get a chance to win free groceries for 1 year.
And we're moving now to news on the regional scene. There was chaos in the heart of St. John's, Antigua on Sunday as law enforcers resorted to using tear gas to disperse a group of protesters who disobeyed instructions to leave the area. The protesters had taken to the streets in protest over several complaints, including some COVID-19 safety measures. More in this report.
Tensions were high on Market Street on Sunday as over 100 protesters under the banner of the Freedom Fighters took to the streets for their voices to be heard. However, ABS understands protesters did not receive permission for the event. Officers donned in riot gear stood at the other end of the street. A stalemate began. Multiple warnings were issued: disperse or be tear gassed. With both sides refusing to give an inch, chaos quickly ensued. As the smoke from tear gas canisters blanketed the area, protesters were pushed further down Market Street, but not before returning fire with glass bottles and tossing the tear gas canisters back at the officers. They were pursued past Public Market to the bottom of Market Street. Placards were discarded as eyes filled with tears and breathing became difficult. Empty tear gas canisters littered the streets. Law enforcement slowly cordoned off the area, instructing everyone nearby to leave. When compliance was not forthcoming, force was used.
Just run your mask, ma'am, and go back this way.
At least one man was taken into police custody. Rakib Aparicio reporting for ABS News.
In St. Lucia, MP for Castries North, Stevenson King, has questioned Alan Chastain's claim to opposition leader. Chastain announced that he had been made leader of the opposition on his Facebook page. Here's more.
On Thursday, former Prime Minister Alan Chastain announced via his official Facebook page that he is now the opposition leader. But MP for Castries North, Stevenson King, says there was no consultation and that there appears to be a misconception about how the leader of the opposition is arrived at. He explained that elected members who are not part of the ruling party must determine who should assume the post. The Constitution, he asserted, does not recognize party. It recognizes individuals. It allows for the two independent MPs who have been forthright in withdrawing their support for Alan Chastney to write to the Governor-General articulating their concerns. In the end, the post of Leader of the Opposition will be given to whoever commands the support of the majority.
It's a matter of consultation. I believe there should be a level of consultation and through the consultation to be able to decide who is the best person at this time. I mean, there are three of us, there are four of us rather, and it's whoever has the majority of support will become Leader of the Opposition.
Speaking on his reappointment as Infrastructure Minister, Mr. King says his appointment provides an opportunity to carve a new agenda for infrastructural operations. The intention is to foster equity in the distribution of infrastructural resources and avoid discrimination.
And that we will ensure that infrastructure plays its part in overall national development, in commerce, in industry and the economy itself. Infrastructure certainly is an important pillar in economic activity.
This, according to Mr. King, is the reason Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre invested confidence in him to head the Ministry of Infrastructure. Both Minister King and Prime Minister Pierre made it clear on Thursday that Mr. King is not a member of the St. Lucia Labour Party, but that he is being accommodated as an independent parliamentarian to participate in the overall development of the country. For the DBS News World, I am Don Nicholas.
Coming up, Florida can't enforce vaccine-proof ban on cruise. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Welcome back. A U.S. judge has allowed Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings Limited to demand that passengers show written proof of coronavirus vaccination before they board a ship, dealing a major blow to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' effort to ban vaccine passports. Here's more.
Norwegian cruise lines will be able to demand passengers show written proof of coronavirus vaccination before boarding. That ruling from a U.S. federal judge over the weekend dealt a major blow to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' efforts to ban what are sometimes called vaccine passports. Norwegian pressed back against a state law enacted in May banning businesses from requiring proof of vaccination. Violations of the law could have triggered a penalty of up to $5,000 per passenger, potentially adding up to millions of dollars per cruise. The judge in Miami issued a preliminary ruling that Norwegian would likely prevail on its argument that the law jeopardizes public health and is an unconstitutional infringement on the cruise liner's rights. The judge blocked DeSantis from enforcing the law against Norwegian. That clears the cruise ship operator to resume port activity in Miami as planned on August 15th. A lawyer for DeSantis did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In some parts of the U.S., businesses have fought back against what they see as overly onerous pandemic restrictions. But in this case, the roles are reversed, with a business seeking enhanced precautions in the face of a Republican governor opposed to restrictions. DeSantis' opposition to health precautions comes as the state has become a hotbed of infections and hospitalizations have hit record levels.
Medical specialists in Sri Lanka have said that the coming weeks are critical for the COVID-19 crisis. The country has seen a huge rise in infections and deaths that experts said was connected to the Delta variant. Despite a vaccine blitz rolled out by the government, footage of hospitals overflowing with COVID-19 patients has gone viral. Al Jazeera's Minil Fernandez reports from Colombo.
The queues are growing to cremate Sri Lanka's COVID-19 victims. Crematoriums are busy and mortuaries are holding 2 to 3 times their capacity. More than 90 people have died every day since Friday. The government called state employees back to work last week and eased some restrictions. The Association of Medical Specialists disagrees with that decision and says the worst is yet coming. In a statement, it said, As medical specialists, we strongly believe that economists and others have to be alive in the first place to develop the economy, and no tourists will come to our country unless and until we are a reasonably safe place. This mobile phone footage of hospitals overflowing with COVID-19 patients has gone viral. It shows patients in hospital gardens, on walls, on corridors and ICU floors, waiting for treatment. The government has denied hospitals are overcrowded, but State Minister for Health Dr. Channa Jayasumana says the overcrowding in one of the hospitals from the video has been eased. Where there is visible control is the vaccine blitz launched by the government in recent weeks. Dr. Shami Semage heads the Army medical team supporting the Health Ministry trying to vaccinate as many Sri Lankans as possible.
Sri Lanka is on a very ambitious plan for vaccinate above 18 everybody by end of September. So we are on the track so far. So what we are looking for as the military is the surge capacity.
The vaccine campaign is making record progress, with more than 500,000 people receiving their jabs in a single day. And 11.2 million people, or half the population, have now received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Almost 3 million are fully vaccinated.
So everyone who has got one dose should not be complacent. They are still liable or vulnerable to the virus. So till we immunize maybe 80 to 90% of the vulnerables, we are not safe.
The head of the COVID-19 task force has announced people may be required to carry their vaccination cards with them in the future.
I was compelled to take it because my children are very particular that I take it.
Here the procedure is done very well. So yeah, I believe it's really important to get it.
Specialists here are watching closely as the number of infections rise, with more restrictions and even curfews to be recommended if things get worse.
The numbers are not looking good for Sri Lanka, and experts are warning the next few weeks are critical. People are being urged to follow restrictions in order to minimize the number of deaths here. Minel Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Colombo.
Up next in sports, second annual Sunshine Cup golf tournament held, and a Division sporting icon to officiate Paralympics. Stay with us.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, Clayton Harridiel is the winner of the second annual Sunshine Cup golf tournament. The one-day 18-hole tournament was held in Nevis on Sunday, with Harridiel scoring 66 net, a better-than-perfect score according to announcer Zeke Percival when awarding him the coveted trophy. Premier of Nevis Honorable Mark Brantley shared his thoughts of the day, thanking prime sponsor Sunshine Canes and the participants.
Golf is clearly a very important sport, and it's a growing sport here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. People of all ages are playing golf, and we have a beautiful course here in Nevis, but certainly I think that we have the potential to develop some serious golf here in the Federation and a golfing destination going forward. So I want to thank Sunshine. Whatever he puts his hand to, it always turns out great. Sonny, yet again, has been able to bring people together. That's what Sunshine does. Sunshine, congratulations on another successful event.
Joel McCachran placed second with a score of 69 net, and Marlon Brando in third with a score of 71 net out of over 20 participants. The Sunshine Cup will take place annually over the Culturama weekend. Winston Crook, a Division sporting icon, has been selected as one of 2 Caribbean persons to officiate at the 16th Summer Paralympics, slated for August 24th to September 5th. The other officiator hails from Barbados. The announcement was made during an interview with Curtis Morton on NTV Sports. Minister of Sports on Nevis, Honorable Eric Evelyn, congratulated him, noting that it is no small achievement. In preparation for his departure, Cook went into self-isolation from Saturday, 7th August, for 14 days before flying to Tokyo via the USA on the 21st of August. While in Japan, he and the other officials will be isolated into a secure bubble and will only be allowed out to officiate the games. Cook will officiate for 2 days on August 28th and 29th and will leave Tokyo on the 30th ahead of the closing of the games. The Tokyo 2020 Paralympics will feature 537 events across 22 sporting disciplines, with badminton and taekwondo being the newest additions. The events will fall under 6 categories: amputee, cerebral palsy, intellectual disability, wheelchair, vision impairment, and others. The next Paralympic Games is set for Paris in 2024. And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, wants to alert the public about fake Facebook and social media accounts that are circulating. These sites may look genuine, but they're not. These fake sites may use the Prime Minister's photo and name, but their only intention is to spread misinformation through false and scandalous information. Some of these pages are scams and will attempt to dupe you out of money. Do not trust them. You can find the real Prime Minister Harris on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching for his official handle, which is @PMHarrisKN. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages that claim to be the Prime Minister's but do not have PMHarrisKN right after the / are fake accounts. These should be reported to the respective social media sites. You can also report fake social media accounts to presssec@gov.kn. That's PRESSEC@gov.kn. Facebook has verified Prime Minister Harris's official page by placing a white check mark inside a blue circle next to the Prime Minister's name, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris. This blue circle appears just above @PMHarrisKN. Also, be alert. If the person claiming to be either the Prime Minister or another government official asks you for money through instant messenger, direct message, or any other means, this is a scam and not a real charity. This public service announcement was produced in order to help you be an informed social media user. Protect yourself and help spread the message.
And we're wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. Prime Minister Harris offers sympathies on the passing of Sir Lester Byrd. Training underway for fire department supervisors, and Deputy Prime Minister commends SKN Olympic athletes. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Byrd. Bye.